welcome to my YouTube. Today we're doing an easy mesh poncho.
For this tutorial, you're going to need a measuring tape, a hook of choice. I prefer to go a little bit bigger than what my yarn suggests, a pair of scissors, and your yarn. I'm using a weight 3 cotton yarn just because I like the way it drapes. This one's from Hobby Lobby. It's 100% cotton and a weight 3, I believe. So yeah, the different weights is going to give you kind of a different look on each one. So let's get started. To begin this pattern, we're going to start off with a slip knot. Okay, so this is how I do my slip knot. I always take it like this, long piece on this side, going towards the palm of my hand, and the short piece on this side. I take my short piece over my long piece and twist them, and then I grab the long piece and pull it through. That's how you do a slip knot. I just put it on my hook, and I make it to measure, and then I'm going to do a chain of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now to begin this, I'm going to do a single crochet in the 8th chain from the top, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right here. Then I'm going to chain another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to make another single crochet into the last stitch, which single crochet is you put your chain in, take over a loop, pull it through, and then you pull through. And that is where you begin. So it's going to look something like this. So once we get to the end of row 1, at every end of the row, you are going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to turn our work. So basically, you're just going to take this and literally turn it. This tail end piece is going to stay at the bottom. It should always be at the bottom. Now we're going to take this, insert here, single crochet. And then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, a single crochet into here. We're going to chain another 5. At the end, we're always going to put 2 at the end of your rows for an increase. So we're going to chain another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into there. And then now, since we've officially reached the end, we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn our work again and see how this is always at the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and insert into there, single crochet, and in between, in the middle sections, you're always gonna chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet. Now that we've gotten to this end section, we're going to add one more for the increase. 3, 4, 5. Increase. We're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn your work. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're basically going to continue this on up until you get the size that you want. For me, I like to do, I want to say roughly about 35 rows of this, because I like mine not too big but not too small. I am going to finish off this panel and come back and show you what it's going to look like. But before I do that, let's just go ahead and end this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes it helps if you're confused on which one you ended with. You can add a stitch marker here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my increase right here. And this is what it's going to start looking like. And I will be back when I finish this whole panel to show you guys. So I finished my panel. Now it does look a little short, and that's because the yarn I'm using, but also I plan on stretching it out and you know, doing all of that. But I'm going to give you the measurement side to side, which is one end to the other. Measures out about 34 to 35 inches. I have both panels here, and on my last panel I actually did not cut my yarn off. I'm just going to use that to start connecting it. So you're going to take, I guess, whatever side you want to be the inside, and I'm just lining both of my ends up, both of my corners right here, and I'm going to insert into both. So here's one, here's two. I'm going to chain one and turn all of my work so I can see it this way. And then from here, I'm going to add about 2 to 3 single crochets in each section. So let's go. 1, 2. Just try to line it up as best as possible. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're putting it in the top row and not in the bottom row. And just another tip, if you're not sure, like if it's even for both panels, across the top rows, all the way at the top, just count your sections and see if they match up. So I ended up doing 12 of these sections because I have 32 for each panel. So I ended up doing 12 on this side, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut my yarn here, since I've already did 12, cut my yarn here and start back off on this end, adding them together and doing 12 on this side, and we'll come back. And I always like to chain 2 before I cut, just to make sure. So I've actually ended. Again, I did 12 on each side, and now I'm just gonna sew in and cut off all my extra little bits. And now you can either go ahead and put it on and wear it, or you can add a little border, you can add some tassels, any of that. I actually love the way it looks right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and steam it so it's a little bit looser.